Hello from Magic Kingdom, or Animal Kingdom, sorry. Boy, I'm confused this morning. And I even got a little more sleep last night for a change. I'm in Pandora right now. I just got off Flight of Passage. If you have never been here and you're planning on it someday, you need to ride that ride. It's really amazing. It's literally like you're flying. Headed to Africa shortly. Today is the day I have been waiting for years. And I will be doing the Wild Africa trek. I've got to be there about 10:15, so it's a little bit early, which is why I thought I'd share a little bit, mostly so I can save it too. The floating mountains. Let's see if I can get under here. There we go. The sun makes the reflections hard to see. This land is really cool. There's so many different things to see and different noises. I plan on being here all day today. Because it gets dark a little earlier now, and all this green color on the ground and on the rocks and so on is supposed to glow like it does in the movie. If you've seen Avatar, you know what I'm talking about. This is interesting. They've obviously got plants here that grow in Florida, but they sure look the part of space plants, the real ones. They did a great job. I look forward to seeing it when the sun goes down tonight. Yes. I had intended to do the 4 Parks Challenge yesterday, but I kind of hit a wall, so I started here. And then went to Animal Kingdom Lodge for brunch at Boma, probably my favorite restaurant in Disney. And then went back to my room for a while. And then went and had dinner in the UK in Epcot. Just a light dinner. I really wasn't hungry. I had a Scotch egg and some sticky toffee pudding. Out of winding pathways. Let's see what we can see up here. I think I'm just going to make my way over to Africa shortly, because I think we're getting to the edges of Pandora. There's the floating mountains. let's just head over to Africa. It's not far at Disney. I was kind of joking the other night when I went to the Beach Boys concert. The crowd was insane. I don't know how far away from here the news reported on it, but holy cow. It was crazy. It was crazy. Total gridlock, I mean, for walking. Those are cool. I wish those would grow at my house. These big fan palms. See, we're headed for Africa. But I waited, I had a ticket for a seat. And I still waited in line, well over an hour. Got a good seat though. It was a really good show. But yes, my glove got old. I'm sorry I'm so good at the vloggers have, because this is not something I think I want to do all the time. But I'm finding it is a way to save space on my phone and so on if I just put it right up on Facebook. Hopefully I'm right about that. See, now we're leaving Pandora and easing our way into Africa.
What is that?
And you can see the general landscape changes too. It gets a little rockier, but in a more natural as opposed to alien way. Oh, and Nancy Mulvihill, if you happen to check this out, and I forget to tell you, those lemon drops she gave me to tide me over, I still had some left. And they've been a lifesaver. Pun intended. They have gotten me through, because it's been warm and sunny. You can tell the sky is just as blue as can be. We had a few clouds yesterday, but nothing, I wouldn't have even called it really a cloudy day. See, now we've got new music. And we are now in Africa. Mr. Mutombo's fishing tours, the different fish and critters you can get. We are now entering Harambe village. I love this fence. Problem is, it would still let rabbits and so on in to put it around a garden, and it's not tall enough to keep deer out, so my tulips wouldn't be safe even with that. But I love the just welded rebar look. I think that's really cool. Festival of the Lion King is amazing. It's not, it's a shortened version of the story, but it's not a shortened version of the Broadway story. But while it's different, I think it's, I would almost be brave enough to say it's almost as good. Now they got this gate here, but watch that first step. Down to the dock. Uh-oh. Access after dark. Watch for crocodiles. Well, this one at least has sort of got steps. Let's see if we can... Yeah, there's sort of steps. It's all about the theming, which is one of the reasons I love it here. Because I can pretend I'm anywhere but home. Not that home is so bad. This just gives me a break.
Good morning, everyone. Well, good morning, everyone. If y'all are here for the show today, stroller parking is inside that closet to the right, please.
We're just about to enter the village proper of Harambe. I am a little early. I'm debating getting something to drink, but I'm gonna be on this tour for about 3 hours, so I don't know how much I want to drink before I go. I can't wait though. When they first announced that they were going to do this Wild Africa trek, I thought, how cool would that be to go wandering out where they do the Kilimanjaro safaris. And while you don't really wander directly on the savannah, you do walk, get harnessed up, and you do walk over some suspension bridges where there are hippos and now crocodiles and so on below you. And then you go and have a light lunch out on the savannah with all the critters. But you take a jeep to get out to that part. So it's a little bit less risky, so to speak. Although I would love it. I'd do it in a heartbeat even if I was walking. I think I'm going to sit for a minute because I have time. But it's about 3 hours where you go walking by the hippos, as I said, and the Nile crocodiles, and then you go on your own little safari jeep that's a little different than the one that they have for the normal ride. And then the driver stops if there's an animal that you want to spend some more time looking at. And then you go out to a boma, they call it. That is where you have your little lunch, and then you come back. But I've wanted to do that for years, ever since they first started doing this. And then, of course, Ed couldn't have done it with his breathing issues and so on. There's no way he could have. And then the last time I was down here, they weren't offering it because of COVID. And then I really do plan on taking my kids, but there's an age situation for that. Kids have to be a certain age. I'm trying to think of it might be 12. I'm not even sure. I did look into it at one point, and I think they won't quite make it. So I thought, okay, before I get any more older and fall apart anymore, now is the time. So it should be fun. Now, yesterday when I was here for a little while, by that stage over there, they had a bunch of guys drumming and dancing, and they really got the crowd going. It was a lot of fun. Some of this is going to be changing because there's an area of the park they call Dino Lane that's going away. They're turning it into more of an Encanto. They call it the Tropical Americas, I think is what they landed on. So they're getting rid of the dinosaurs and bringing in Mirabelle. And the dinosaur ride is going to become some form of Indiana Jones, which should be fun. If it's even remotely like the one in California, it will be fun. They're saying it's going to be a new story, so we'll see. But I'm kind of sad to see the dinos go. I have some good memories there, especially with Nate. He used to love the dinosaurs. But some of the food from over there is going to be coming here, which is kind of sad in a way because it's the classic hot dog burger kind of thing, as opposed to some of the more adventurous foods. That were here. Hopefully they'll find a way to keep a fair amount of both. There are plenty of places you can get a hot dog or a hamburger around here. That they don't need to mess with that. But wow, Bougainvillea is gorgeous over there. All right, let's walk a little bit more. I'm not going to go on a whole lot longer. Y'all get bored of hearing me babble, but I just wanted to share a little bit. And like I said, it's a good way to keep the video off of my phone memory and out of my Google Photos, which I'm finding. I didn't bring my big camera, so I'm finding that I'm using up a lot of space and a lot of data anyway, just doing the Disney app and so on. Let's go this way and see what we can find.
It's in this building right here.
It can be really tough to get through crowds. Ooh, look at this stuff. The bowl in the back is gorgeous. Get a walking stick. Ooh, they got a giraffe one. That's gorgeous, but beautiful stuff. A little pricey, but I would love one of those walking sticks. Of course, that would imply I was actually going to do any amount of walking. Alright, I think we're entering into the Asia area, so I think I'm going to call it quits for now. Hope it hasn't been too tedious. I hope you're all having a lovely day. Oh, no, this is still Harambe. Huh. Let's see what's over here. I don't know if I've gone this way before. I've spent a fair amount of time here. They have these photo op places all over. This one's neat. I hadn't seen this one before. They have one for, they call it the Merry Menagerie. I'm hoping to see that today. It's really cool. I saw it the last time I was here. It's something they do for the holidays, but it's puppets, life-size puppets. And they're all white with pale blue, so they look kind of frosted. And they are out in, they call it Discovery Island area. And it is amazing. I could have sat and watched them for an hour. Just the way they move and they interact, and kids are playing with them as if they're real. We got photo pass going on there. I always get that because I don't have to do all the, not that I don't do selfies, I do. But it's kind of nice to have somebody else do the big photos too. I did a couple of the, I guess, special shots that I've seen over the years too, like the circle thing. I'll post them sometime. But there's one that's like a 360 thing where everything around you is tiny. I like that one. It kind of made my lower half look a lot smaller, which is very flattering. And then I did one that zooms in and then back out again. I did those at Epcot yesterday. So that was kind of fun. And I love the magic shots where they put things in there. You have to pretend to do something. And then when you see the picture, it has a character or snowflakes or something, confetti. All kinds of options. But, okay, that just goes around. All right. Well, on that note, folks, we're back in Harambe proper. I think I'm going to call it and see how soon I can check in for the Wild Africa Trek. And hopefully there's not a surprise ending where we get a little too close to the lions or the cheetahs. They were amazing yesterday. I've actually seen them moving now. I never have before. So that was kind of fun. But have a lovely day. It's beautiful. It's going to be about 80 and sunny here, like it has been the whole time. Have a great day and be safe. Bye.